Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Wonders of the world will never cease to happen. William Ruto is now boasting that the El Nino rains are because of the Kenya Kwanzaa's prayers. We have El Nino rains in Kenya because Kenya Kwanzaa prayed for the rains. That's William Ruto speaking today. In civilized democracies, upon William Ruto misleading the whole nation that there will be no El Nino, he ought to have resigned or at least apologized. Kenyans have lost their lives, properties have been destroyed. William Ruto ought to have at least apologized. He's not apologizing and is now boasting and chest stamping that these El Nino rains are because of our prayers. Let's have a look at Ruto's remarks. People mocked us when we prayed for rain. This year, we experienced record rainfall compared to the last 4 years. President William Ruto, 26th November 2023. That's today. I want us to put these remarks into perspective for Kenyans to understand what they mean politically. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. What does that mean politically? If you look at William Ruto now as the president, and a William Ruto was a deputy president campaigning for the presidency, William Ruto has not changed his strategy. Last year, he used lies and propaganda to hoodwink unsuspecting Kenyans who gave him votes. Now as the president, he's still using that same strategy of propaganda. So even in the future, come 2027 or whichever, Ruto will still use lies and propaganda to confuse some Kenyans into voting for him. Yes, he'll still use that same strategy of propaganda to win votes among unsuspecting Kenyans. Ruto was in government as a deputy president as from 2013 to 2022 as a deputy president. And it's a fact that he appointed some people into government. He lied to Kenyans that he was not in government, that the government was Uhuru Kenyatta's government, Uhuru and Raila Odinga. Kenyans believed him. Recently, William Ruto was saying that in Uhuru Kenyatta's government, there was no fuel. Kenyans were queuing very long lines to get fuel. And now as the president, he has made sure that fuel is there. I believe that was also propaganda, in that William Ruto was just using one isolated case to push or pass his political narrative. If demand is higher than the supply, then prices are going up. When Uhuru Kenyatta was the president, as William Ruto alleged some days ago, he alleged that there was no petrol, but comparing the prices, petroleum products were cheaper in Uhuru Kenyatta's tenure than in William Ruto's tenure. So that was also propaganda, where William Ruto was just maybe using one isolated case to push or further his politics of propaganda. Ruto knows that Kenyans are very religious, and he always uses religion to lie to these people. We know that rain in our African context is always associated with the blessings from above. That's exactly what William Ruto is trying to hijack here. He's hijacking that non-African fact to justify that actually has been praying, him as the president and as Kenya Kwanza, they have been praying for the rains, and God has heard their prayers. This is just a way William Ruto is trying to escape from the blame, because the deaths and the destruction of property as a result of El Nino rains, Kenyans see that as William Ruto's irresponsibility. Because of his loose mouth, being irresponsible president, he misled the nation, and we are here because of his misinformation. From those remarks again, I'm seeing a president who has been pushed to the corner, a very clueless president. A president who has been pushed to the corner, a clueless president, a president who knows that he has failed to deliver. So he wants to use, or rather turn his failures forcefully into successes. We know that El Nino is not only in Kenya. So William Ruto should not attribute this to the prayers. He should be putting in place measures in ensuring that Kenyans don't lose lives and properties because of the El Nino rains. This is, to me, bullshit and nonsensical remarks coming from a whole president. And we saw in today's dailies, and we did analyze that in our earlier video, where some cabinet secretaries are now complaining that they are hardly being consulted. They are seeing things just being gazetted in their ministries without their knowledge. And they are saying that all decisions are being made at State House. So William Ruto has hijacked almost everything. He's making all the decisions unilaterally at State House, Nairobi. So that also that also puts into question, why are we paying these cabinet secretaries? Why did William Ruto in the first place increase the size of his government if all those individuals could not actually handle governance issues? Because we saw William Ruto increase the size of his government, and had it not because of the courts, even right now we could be having 50 CASs actually working. So the big question is, why did William Ruto increase the size of the government if he knew that these individuals were not competent? Or if he knew he could do all these things, or rather they could run the government at State House single-handedly? Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. For those who may want to support us, for the forum to continue growing strong and stronger, contact me through that number below, or feel free to channel any kind of a support to that number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.